So you've injured your ankle, or you've even injured your knee or your hip, and you want to get back to jumping. You've gone through your pain-free range of motion, you've started stretching, you've started getting stronger, you've got your proprioception back. Now you want to start to test it progressively and nicely and easily to get you back to what you're doing in your sport. So the first thing you want to start with is just two-legged jumping. So if your ankle's sore, if your knee's sore, you start with 2 legs. Just being easy on yourself, because the last thing you want to do is work really hard and then get to a point where you do something and it hurts, and then you feel like you've stepped backwards. It's normal and natural to have some things kind of happen and like a little bit of a flare up, but by being nice and slow and progressing, you'll keep them small and to a minimum, and you won't lose too much momentum. So start with your jumps. First thing you want to be able to do, two-legged. The idea is you can get it to at least 50, pain-free, and then more importantly, how do you feel the next day? It's okay to have a little bit of muscle fatigue, like you've worked it out, perfect, but you don't want to be at a point where it flares and gets really sore for a few days. If that's the case, thank God you did the jumps, because if you'd gone for a run, it would have been a lot more load through the knees and through the ankles, and it probably would have been a lot more mischief. But we'll imagine you've done your double legs, you've got yourself up to about 50, pain-free. I would suggest start at 10, wait to see how you feel the next day, and then build from there. Then you're going to move to your single leg. And once again, I want to see if you can do 50 hops pain-free. And then if you remember how we talk about regaining that kind of stability in different ranges of motion, you want to do the same thing when jumping. So you'll start, once again, double-legged, jumping in the 4 different directions. So that's going to make you work the different muscles, make sure you're testing and getting the ligaments to kind of grow back. Start easy, just do 1 round, or 1 to 10 rounds. See how you feel the next day. You probably are going to be a little bit muscle sore. Good, that means that you've tested the tissue, it started to try and regrow and get stronger, but you don't want to go too hard that you can't move for a few days. So just nice and slowly. Once you can do that with 2 legs, guess what? You go to 1 leg. Same idea. Once you can do that, that's when you move to your more, starting to get a little bit more into that kind of jumping idea. And then once you can do, once again, 50 of them, with no great worry, you're pretty safe to move into like a walk, run, or a walk light jog. Just do 30 seconds of running. Don't push yourself. It's more about how you feel the next day, particularly if you've had an inflammatory type injury. You might feel really good at the time, but that's because the blood's flowing through there and you're happy to be back doing it. But it's about how you feel the next day. So if you've got an inflammatory type injury, slow it down, take your time with it, give your body the time to repair the tissue and feel better.